Alright, we are live. Hello everyone. Good to see you all. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's Monday night, so we're going to be playing some Monday Night Football here.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Jarrett Stidham and the Denver Broncos taking on Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Bring it! So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now it's Stidham. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Stidham. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's
Can we catch the ball tonight?
That's what you're going to need to
Come
do
on
against
now.
those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Watson on first down. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Nice work to get 7
Defense
out of that,
needs to wake up a little bit.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too
Come on
much
now.
on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll get this up close to the 20.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, it's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Now it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. This is brought in at the 21. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now On third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And coming out now, the Broncos. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 14. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Trying for it with P-Ryan. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
First and goal from just inside the 5. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. 13 yards the tally on the return there. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A pretty decent gain.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Williams. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
There he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the
I apologize. I did
bit.
not see you, Megan. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here. I hope you're still here, enjoying the stream. Hope you had a great weekend.
So
I am doing great. It's a beautiful Monday night here. Played a little bit of football here tonight. Back to Fortnite tomorrow night. But it's good to see you.
Down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Alright, so they both work. Cool.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Stidham.
There we go. Catch it. There we go. All right, 1st and 10 within 58 seconds left in the first quarter.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Even against double coverage,
It's good to see everybody here.
For a noticeable gain.
Watching the replay. Hope you guys are doing great.
For the completion.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. 67 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Okay.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Stidham to throw. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex.
And Williams is in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
I don't know if that's working there. I was switching things around, but if you do exclamation commands, it will give you 2 links of commands. Stream Elements has commands, and Streamlabs has commands. You can both check them out.
And they'll accept that penalty.
That's my fault. I got distracted. Cheers.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Yeah, I've been playing around, doing some stuff behind the scenes.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback.
But how you doing, Megan? Good to see ya.
The Browns set
Hope
and
you're
ready
doing
to go
good.
on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense is
Hope you had a good weekend.
really been able to get anything
Did you
going,
watch the
not
big
only in the
game?
points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can
I was
get better
mostly
here
on
this
YouTube
drive.
all night, so I didn't really watch
Watson
anything.
and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
It should have been live, but I took the night off.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm actually doing a lot better than I was when I'm actually doing a lot better than I was last week playing this.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panic.
So I'm planning to be live tomorrow night at the same time, playing Fortnite, Wednesday Fortnite. Thursday is to be determined. Friday I'm off. And then Saturday, not sure yet. We'll see how I feel.
Finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Megan sends a shot of Jagged N.O.R.A. Well, thank you. Yeah, it changes every time you do it. And then if you do RPS, rock, paper, scissors, you know.
From the 34-yard line,
I kind of converted everything from Nightbot over to Stream Elements, but I don't think the weather command is working. We're going to have to look into that.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26
but you can
yards.
play around with it. Check it out. Make things more fun. It's all about interaction. That's what I like the most. I think you're in first place with points, I believe. Oops. I Can't spell.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
Maybe I forgot to put the weather command on there.
Will kick it away.
That's my fault, man. It's not there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
More. You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You don't.
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching
You're an analyst.
You do it.
You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I don't know.
On first down, Stidham. Nowhere to go here. He lost
the
football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Come on.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oops, let's see here. Let's try this again. I don't know.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. On second down, here's Stidham. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Zadarius Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And he's able to get it out of there.
I don't know.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Watson now going to run the option right. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
So the Broncos coming out now. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They'll start by running the option to the right. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Come on now.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Alright, Megan, try exclamation weather and then your state.
Out of the gun, Stidham. He'll let this
It should
go
work
deep
now.
for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Dulcich. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Nope. I'll figure that out.
And that flag accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Stidham going back to the air. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Stidham sets to throw.
Maybe I'll just stick with Nightbot for the weather command. I don't know.
Down at the 19 after a gain of 19.
I'll figure it out.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
But I'm not too sure where everyone's at tonight, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the stream. Hope you guys are doing okay.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The busy night continues for Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 82 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. How How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Stidham on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field.
Should have just kept the ball on ground.
And understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
But how's it going, everybody? Good to see ya.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And this will be caught at the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block.
Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. This is caught, and he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time a 6-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 93 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Stidham. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing
And Williams is in for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Lutz with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Watson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Stidham off play action. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Stidham.
That is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Returnable for Grant. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Watson now to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Second down and 6 now.
Watson being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Watson completes it right side to Cooper. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, here's Watson. This complete to David Bell. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now it's Stidham. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's going to be taken down, but flags all over the field, and I don't think this is going to stand. Well, I have to say that I've never, ever seen this one before. They get the interception, but instead of taking the football, they accept the penalty.
But Brandon, you ever heard the term overthinking it? Because that's what it feels like to me. They had the interception. Why are you going to turn that one back? I'm really curious to hear what the explanation would be for making that decision.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Stidham. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now Lutz for the field goal try. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Stidham, he's going to keep it on the option. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Kind of a quiet night tonight here, guys. Hope you guys are doing okay. Kind of a chilled stream.
Will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Not a whole lot of people on tonight, I don't think. I think everybody's worn out from yesterday's Super Bowl.
Some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment.
But I hope you guys are doing okay. Do me a favor and hit that like button, share this stream out. It would be really appreciated. If you're enjoying the streams, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys being here.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. And last time able to get 3.
It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Watson. Finding room at midfield. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Bell, 60 yards. And the Browns have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock all the way to 0, didn't get the snap off, 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Finding Dulcich, a nice catch. That one good for 26 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
From midfield now, here's Stidham. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Stidham. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That breakup by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Chubb running right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On 2nd down, Williams. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They go play action with Stidham. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Stidham going to stay out there. They'll go for this. They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. To throw is Stidham. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that fourth.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the fourth. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation, and he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And this game is tied again here in the third. So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Second and 14. Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they were able to get to him on it.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Stidham's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stidham now off the bootleg. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Second and 10. Play action. It's Stidham. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They go play action now. Stidham. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. Here's Stidham to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Stidham. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions at the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Browns on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Watson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And, Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that again.
Gong!
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now it's Stidham.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a give up the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, the fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 5.
To throw is Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Watson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Watson.
Right back to Njoku.
And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
DJ Jones
able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Out of the gun, Watson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter time. Hopkins' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. On the draw, Pirine. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's 3rd down at 5.
They'll run again with Pirine.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And down to the 19-yard line.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Here's first down. Now Stidham.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute.
The kick by Watts is good.
And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And the Browns getting set to go.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro,
so I hope everyone's doing good here on this beautiful Monday evening here, Monday night. Hope you guys are having a great time doing the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. Hopefully I can win this game here. It's been a very close game all night.
Can they get there?
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I appreciate you guys for coming in and saying hello tonight.
Here's Watson. is incomplete.
3rd and 10. Come on. Let's go overtime.
He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, it's going to be a
are they going to go for it?
They had quite a hole to dig out
They
over
could
there.
go for it.
And long, not able to get the 1st, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
We're punting.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. The drive starts with a handoff to P-Ryan. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football, and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First throw in OT for Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
All right, GG's in the chat. It was a good game. Yeah. Not the best outcome I wanted, but it was a good game. So GG's in the chat. In the chat. I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. I really hope you're enjoying the streams. I noticed. So I'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully, and hopefully you guys come back. I will be live again at 10 o'clock with Fortnite. Hope you guys are enjoying the streams. Really glad you guys are tuning in, smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this out. I appreciate each and every one of you who have been supporting me over the past few weeks. You guys are truly awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. You guys have a good night. Much love to you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care everyone.